Samsung just upgraded its high-end Galaxy Books to the 4th generation, which made the jump to Intel's new Meteor Lake lineup across the board. And while all three notebooks we are dealing with today will look very similar to each other, they are quite unique up on closer inspection, even though they do share the very well-made all-metal chassis and insanely sleek overall form factor. They also share a premium price, especially when comparing the pure hardware specs with similarly equipped machines. So let's see if the premium overall user experience and the chance for an almost Apple-like complete inter-device ecosystem are enough to justify the higher cost. The Galaxy Book Pro 16 is your traditional laptop out of our selection today, and the super thin 16-inch model comes with Intel's new mainstream CPU, the Core Ultra 7 155H. The included Arc iGPU takes care of bringing everything to the snappy 120Hz 2.8K OLED that is also shared between the three models we are dealing with. What is also shared are the relatively meager RAM and storage configs, especially considering the price tags of each and every one of these. Just 16 gigs of soldered RAM and a 512GB SSD are a bit, well, Apple-like in 2024. As far as differences go, the 360 is, as the name implies, a 2-in-1 convertible for some added flexibility and comes with Intel's Core Ultra 5, whereas the Ultra adds a dedicated GPU for the content creators or casual gamers amongst you with an RTX 4050. Again, all of the Galaxy Books share more or less the same chassis with a sturdy aluminum construction that hardly bends, creaks or flexes. The overall styling is also incredibly clean and professional, with only the relatively large button chin taking away from the modern appearance. Both the Pro and the 360 are incredibly thin for their size, and while the Ultra has a little more heft compared to its siblings because of its added dedicated GPU, it's still easily portable. The hinges are well adjusted for the traditional form factors, while the 2-in-1 has quite a bit of screen wobble, which is especially awkward when using the included S Pen. I/O should have you covered for most occasions with an HDMI 2.1 and a pair of USB-C Thunderbolt 4s on the left and a USB-A 3.2 Gen 1, the audio combo port and a micro SD card reader with average transfer rates on the right. Given that we are dealing with more or less lifestyle or even office devices here, webcam quality left us wanting quite a bit. There are a lot of competitors out there that do a lot better in this regard in 2024. As an example for the webcam quality, this is what it looks and sounds like on the Galaxy Book 4 Ultra. Wireless connections are solid though, with excellent transfer rates during our testing. In regards to maintenance, Samsung is really trying to make it difficult for you, with the 4 screws that you need to remove to access the internals being hidden away behind the rubber feet at the bottom. Once inside, you can add a second NVMe for the Ultra and the Pro, while the 360 has to make do with a single slot. All the remaining components are soldered, which makes our model's rather limited RAM configurations even more problematic. While Samsung did a great job with the layout of the keyboards, the very shallow travel and rather audible switches make for a so-so typing experience. It is definitely not a bad keyboard per se, but if you type a lot, you should definitely try these before pulling the trigger. The insanely large trackpad is offset to the left, which, to be quite honest, I always find a little awkward. However, it worked very well during our testing, even though the loud clicks do feel a little less satisfying than you would expect from such premium devices. All notebooks have a touchscreen for additional input possibilities, while the 360 also lets you interact with your on-screen content with the S Pen, which charges when magnetically attached to the notebook. Alright folks, let's talk about displays, or rather displays, since it is more than likely that Samsung utilizes more or less the same panel across the board, which is backed by our measurements that show only slight variations. Subjectively, the 120Hz OLED with its 2880 by 1800 resolution looks absolutely stunning, and it's a great fit for all kinds of media consumption. As with all OLEDs, average brightness sits at around 400 nits and peaks at around 550 nits for HDR content. If you want higher numbers, Mini LED would be the display tech to go for, even though your options in this class of devices are very limited if simply not available. All of our Samsung models are very well calibrated from the factory, and with included presets for different color spaces, even content creators will have their fair share of fun with the slim notebooks. While only the Ultra with its dedicated RTX 4050 will be properly gaming capable, all displays share the super snappy response times that are common for OLED panels and a 240Hz PWM frequency. When it comes to performance, all notebooks perform admirably during everyday tasks, and the Ultra variant can actually almost keep up with similarly equipped premium performance machines. While the convertible might sport a slower CPU, the Core Ultra 5, which swaps two of the Ultra 7's performance cores for a pair of additional efficiency cores, might offer lower numbers in our rating, you will still hardly have anything to complain about when it comes to everyday computing. Our PCMark results back up our subjective impression, and all notebooks deliver solid numbers, with the Ultra naturally sitting on top with its RTX 4050. It also has the edge when it comes to drive speeds, with almost double the transfer rates compared to its slimmer siblings. If that is something you would notice though, well, I guess that depends on your individual workflows. Speaking of GPUs, Intel has made some tremendous improvements with their integrated Arc silicon, and even the Arc 7 in the 360's Core Ultra 5 performs admirably on par with AMD's 780M. While the dedicated RTX 4050 in the Ultra is of course on a completely different level, and since there's also a 4070 version, if you are a little more serious about gaming or content creation, the more powerful Galaxy Book should definitely be the one on your shortlist. In our 1080p gaming rating, the Arc iGPU can still not perform, as our synthetic benchmark results may imply, and has to yield to Team Red's integrated graphics solution. But we did observe some improvements in this regard, and only time will tell if Intel can keep it up with their driver support to level the playing field. Again, a dedicated GPU will be your best friend for a proper gaming experience, so we included some additional results for the Book4 Ultra in Full HD, which is the sweet spot for the 80W RTX 4050. And thanks to Team Green's AI capabilities, utilizing DLSS and FrameGen in supported titles can even further elevate your gaming experience. Before we continue with our regular content, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor. Our German retail partner Notebooks and nvidiA want to ensure you get the right notebook for the job, and Team Green's Studio Validation is your perfect indicator that the laptop you are shopping for can adequately handle all of your content creation needs. Not only do you get a wide variety of different form factors to fit your lifestyle, but across the entirety of nvidiA's lineup, the efficient Ada mobile silicon is combined with the latest CPUs, high quality chassis, and wide color gamut displays. AI is of course everywhere in 2023, but while others are still playing catch up, nvidiA's GPUs can speed up your workflows today. Be it in photo editing apps to quickly remove unwanted objects with generative fill, do complicated masks in DaVinci Resolve, or accelerate and denoise your viewports in popular 3D applications. In addition, you can query your whole library of documents or even transcribe whole playlists on YouTube with their very own chatbot, and all of this happens locally on your very own personal machine. With their newly announced nvidiA app, you also get all of your GPU settings, drivers, and even GeForce Now in one streamlined application, which is not only a lot faster and easier to use, but also comes with a ton of additional features. If you want to find out more, make sure to follow the links in the description below, and if you are going to get shopping right away, check out Notebooks' selection of available studio notebooks. And now back to our regular content. To give you a subjective impression about what to expect when pushing the slim notebooks, we recorded some noise samples in various loads and different power settings. And if you want to dive deeper into our detailed temperature measurements, individual dB numbers, stress test behavior, or internal and external temperatures, please head on over to our written reviews. As always, I will link all of them in the caption below. Away from the wall, we are slightly disappointed by the Core Ultra 5 equipped 360, which despite its slower CPU only nets us around 9 hours in our Wi-Fi test, whereas the Pro and especially the Ultra shine with almost 11 hours. Thanks to their additional low power cores, especially video playback runtimes though are very impressive, and overall the Galaxy Books make for some flexible on-the-road companions away from any outlets. Alright folks, it's about time to wrap it up for today. The Samsung Galaxy Books in their 4th generation are really a bit of a head-scratcher. While there is nothing inherently wrong with them, quite the contrary with their amazing displays and build quality, sleek and premium overall appearance, and solid, if not class-leading performance results, they also do not really shine in many aspects, like the meager webcam and average inputs. This, combined with the very high price for even entry-level RAM and storage options, put them in a very tough spot, both in regards to the Windows competition as well as what Apple has on offer. But please folks, let us know in the comments below what you think about the slim 16 inches. And as always, please leave your like and sub on your way out. Thanks a ton for watching, and I cannot wait to see you all in the next one. Take care.